Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to talk to you about a Canadian company called BeeMaid Honey Limited. I will introduce you to the company along with their vision, mission, and values, as well as their organizational culture. I will discuss why building a brand consumers can trust is important, especially in the current honey industry. I will briefly discuss BeeMaid's cultural responsibilities and touch on some of their global impacts. And finally, I will detail the organizational structure, the management processes, and the leadership styles of BeeMaid, specifically the CEO. BeeMaid was originally a cooperative in the 1930s and officially became BeeMaid Honey Limited in 1954. The honey cooperatives of Saskatchewan and Manitoba, who were each other's competition, agreed to work together. Alberta joined as well, although later in 1962. Today, the company is comprised of approximately 327 Canadian beekeeping members from BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. These Canadian beekeepers are committed to producing high-quality, authentic honey products. BeeMaid has multiple business locations and over 100 employees. BeeMaid functions as 4 businesses. They sell honey, and BeeMaid Bee Supplies sells apiary equipment. They also run a cooperative for beekeepers, and they pack their own honey. BeeMaid is the only honey packer in Canada that produces their own bottles. BeeMaid works to have the highest quality, highest safety rating, and traceability of all their honey products. BeeMaid's vision is to achieve higher than market return to our member owners on a regular basis, to be a high-performing, efficient, and responsible organization, and to continuously seek out profitable market opportunities and diversify our customer base. BeeMaid's mission is to create long-term value for our beekeepers and our customers. BeeMaid's values have a marketing focus saying, "We value our customers and focus on exceeding their expectation." BeeMaid values quality and safety, where they state, "We strive to be leaders in food and employee safety." BeeMaid also values collaboration, where they believe we're at our best when we work together. BeeMaid also values respect, and they say, "We treat everyone with kindness, integrity, and respect." And finally, BeeMaid values accountability, and they state, "We strive for excellence and hold each other to it." The informal part of BeeMaid's organization reflects the employees' feelings, attitudes, and thoughts about their work and the impact they have not only in their company and the jobs they perform, but also the larger impacts in the community outside of work. My perception is that BeeMaid has a strong culture that appears to have support orientation interaction model within their organization. The employees enjoy the people they work with and their jobs. They are satisfied with the effective communication processes within the company and know their roles in any changes that are being implemented. BeeMaid also has a strong leadership demonstrated through an interpersonal interaction model. An example is when COVID crisis hit, there was much uncertainty all over the world with a fear of the unknown. BeeMaid employees were well informed and updated regularly by management as to all the unprecedented changes that were taking place. BeeMaid cares not only about the product quality, but their relationship with their employees, co-op members, and consumers. BeeMaid considers safety to be a priority throughout the company, as it is essential for productivity and also for the benefit of employees and the work culture of the organization. One of the safety practices BeeMaid implements is regular inspections for evaluating any potential threats that may be inefficient or even potentially harmful if left unaddressed. BeeMaid has a safety resource officer who works with employees to help guide them to the best practices of each job-specific task, as well as the employee's best use of the various types of machines and equipment. If safety is a priority in an organization, then the work will be carried out harmoniously with minimal interruption, which is essential for the organization as it promotes security for staff, which makes for more productive workers and success for the whole business. BeeMaid Honey knows that Canadians care about quality. Their certifications are posted right on the company website, where you can see the history of the business serving Canadian beekeepers as well as everyday consumers across Canada and beyond for over 60 years. Authenticity is especially important right now in the honey industry because the market has been flooded with fake honey that has been adulterated with rice syrup or beet syrup. Canadian companies in any industry must build a brand of trust with their customers. BeeMaid has done just that with a service culture and a brand that is consistent when you see it on all of their products, not only in their own stores and on their own websites, but also with any other Canadian retail stores that carry their products as well. BeeMaid appears to have a triple bottom line attitude of promoting prosperity and continuity, and also social well-being and environmental responsibility. BeeMaid is a company that is active in the Canadian community, demonstrating socially responsible behavior and supporting initiatives like the Canada Games and like having a hospital activity book for children, as well as having donations to Save Our Bees that is in association with the Canadian Research Fund. Cultural responsibility is defined in the course text as the obligation of a firm to use its economic, legal, ethical, and philanthropic resources in ways to benefit society and to improve the welfare of society at large, independently of direct gains of the company. A company's social responsibility and the activities they support reflects the working culture of that business and the employees within. It shows what they care about and how the company can give back to society. BeeMaid supports the Canadian Honey Council. Canadian beekeepers produce more honey than Canadians need, so honey is largely exported. The three prairie provinces of Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba produce 83% of Canadian honey. The honey imports have impacted the Canadian beekeepers industry, including the company BeeMaid Honey Limited, as the prices of honey showed a downfall from $2.30 per pound to $1.30 per pound. The honey market was being flooded with cheap, adulterated honey products. BeeMaid took action and started an initiative named True Source Honey, which set certain rules and regulations for buying and selling honey from authenticated beekeepers with pure honey products. BeeMaid Honey is the largest honey-producing company in Canada. Its organizational structure is actually managed by two cooperative companies, one being the Alberta Honey Producers Cooperative and the other being the Manitoba Honey Producers Cooperative. It is managed by a CEO, Guy Chartier, who implements the centralized decisions from the board of directors. Both cooperatives have different board of directors with different board members, as you can see here. There are also other essential management members throughout the BeeMaid organization. For example, Greg Moore is the Vice President of Business Growth, and his job is to expand the business with collaboration from the whole company and increase market penetration. And Derek Johnston is the Senior Manager who supervises all other managers within the company. There are many vertical levels in the hierarchy of authority throughout BeeMaid. Starting in the top-down management approach, the CEO implements the decisions of the board and gives directions to the vice president, the chairman of both cooperatives, the senior managers, and other management staff. The top management team is comprised of the CEO, the board of directors including the chairman and the managers of all respective departments. Together they develop the goals, strategies, and policies of BeeMaid. Their decision-making processes are made in a group process loosely following a technique similar to the nominal group technique, where they discuss the decisions and ideas, then vote on the best option before implementing the downward communication to others when the decisions have been made. Guy Cheltier is the CEO of BeeMaid Honey Limited. He has over 12 years of experience as he joined the company in 2008. He is ultimately responsible for sales, marketing, and the overseeing of operations of the honey processing plant, as well as liaising with the board of directors, where he also oversees both honey cooperatives of Alberta and Saskatchewan. Guy Cheltier has been described as having a combination style of leadership, being both transformational as well as transactional leadership skills that help to influence employees, managerial staff, and to achieve BeeMaid's organizational goals. Cheltier has legitimate power and seems to help to motivate employees through role modeling techniques. Leading by example is defined as authority figures that model the appropriate and desired traits or behaviors they would like others in the organization to emulate. Guy Cheltier's leadership style was described as being very cooperative and built on mutual respect. He works well with his members, and at meetings he makes sure that everyone has the opportunity to provide their own input. If he is unsatisfied, he will collaborate with others until he can determine the best options. Cheltier seems to follow a rational decision-making process and is very consistent. His staff feel involved in the company processes and have a sense of autonomy in their work environment. One of BeeMaid's values, as mentioned earlier, is collaboration. They believe things work better when people work together. That is an integral part of their work culture. Having a collaborative atmosphere, there seems to be long-term satisfactions with their employees, as they have several staff that have worked at BeeMaid for extended periods of over a decade or more. After reviewing BeeMaid, it seems they care about Canadians and their employees, with a service culture of producing high-quality, authentic honey products and equipment. Overall, BeeMaid has a solid history with a strong work culture.